Hello. So, that was a cheery beginning to a video that's not so cheery. Um, I wanted to make a video really quickly because I've just been thinking about something for a while now, and let me just pull up my chair a little bit because I feel really short in this video. But I've been thinking about something for a little while now, and just kind of ruminating on it and not really doing anything about it. And it just seems like in a lot of different ways, through tarot readings and just the things that I've gone throughout my days, that this same thought process keeps popping up. And I'm just still not doing anything about it. And I still don't know exactly what I should do about it or what I can do about it, but that something needs to be done, and I need to make more proactive change in regards to this. But what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about my life, essentially. Specifically about how to make my life something that I am proud of living. It's a very dramatic way of saying that there are some changes that I think I need to make to align my life with who I am as a human being. And this isn't to say that my life is like this awful life and so terrible to live. There's so many things about my life that I really love, and so many ways I love going to school. I don't really like the fact that I don't have a lot of time because I go to school, but I love learning about different things. Like I love going to my poetry class and just sitting there and talking about poetry for 2.5 hours. This is a 2.5 hour class. And then walking home terrified out of my mind because it's pitch black outside and I have to walk 5 blocks to my car. And I love going to French class, and I love sitting in my intro or my media literacy class and learning about all the shitty people who are involved in media who are trying to take our money and control everything. Like I love this stuff. I love getting into those kinds of discussions. I love being creative. I love being given a chance to like explore my thoughts about these huge issues in the world. Especially in a public space where I can kind of continue that discussion with other people and understand what they're saying and try to explain what I'm saying and develop new ideas. It's great. It's invigorating. It's exciting, and it would be like 100% great all the time if I didn't also have to work and do that, or if my work was something that was a little bit more conducive to who I am as a human being. I think that's everyone's goal in a lot of ways. This is nothing unique to myself. I think a lot of us wake up every single day, go to work, and just feel like we are chopping off pieces of ourselves to fit into what this company that we work for wants us to be, which is kind of a psychotic version of ourselves, like an overtly happy, problemless, shallow human being that's essentially made to just make other people happy. And generally people who, no matter how hard you try, are never ever going to be happy. Um, and it hurts my soul to be able to have to do that every day. And it's not all the time, but lately it's just been so overwhelming, this feeling of putting on a mask, this feeling of losing myself just to make some money. And especially when you consider rent and groceries and all that stuff, and how much of that money goes to things that help you survive, yes, but don't, like reinvigorate you like you want to be. And anyway, all these thoughts about, I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well, but basically I've been feeling overwhelmed with the amount of things that I have to do in my life that I don't want to do. And like saying it sounds like I'm whining, and I don't mean to be whining because I know that my life is really good compared to some other people's who are struggling with intense levels of poverty, who don't even know where they're going to sleep next, who don't know when their next meal is going to be. And so I feel a little bit guilty sitting here and complaining about my job that gives me money, that allows me to buy food and a roof over my head. Those are all really great things. But I still can't change this feeling that I feel inside, when I wake up and have to go to work, and then immediately go to class, and then come home and immediately start working on schoolwork, and then it's 10 o'clock at night and have no time to do, tarot readings or make a video or write something that I care about. There's not a lot of time to do the things that I actually care about, and it's things that I care about that are worthwhile things. They're not things that are wastes of time. They're things that help me to change as a human being, or that develop myself in some ways. They're things that I actually want to eventually turn into a career one day. Writing. I love to write. I want to write for a living. And I don't usually have time to actually do that. Tarot reading. I want to learn so much about tarot readings. That way I can become knowledgeable enough to offer tarot readings professionally. I would love to do that. I want to start creating, or I want to start implementing more things in my life that are in alignment with my spiritual practice, with who I am on this level. Not on this level, not on the hand level, not of just turning yourself off so your body can do the movements and make the money. I want to be mentally, physically, spiritually there in all aspects of my life, not just in the personal aspects, not just at home when I don't have, my name tag on at work, and not just at home when I don't have huge books in front of me, furiously scribbling down notes that I have to cram into my brain for the next test, and then immediately forget, everything I just memorized right afterwards. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to start doing this. I don't even know if I'm necessarily ready to do it, but I think I need to at least start taking the steps to do this. I really need to start cracking down, and finding the time to learn tarot. I need to start doing some book stuff with that. I need to start taking extensive notes and constantly thinking about it, so that way I can develop the deep understanding of that art form that I want to. Something else that I've considered is maybe looking out for or searching for other people who are part of a similar spiritual practice as me. I don't know if I necessarily mean a coven, although apparently there is one in St. Augustine that I just discovered. But I think mostly what I would love is just a group of people that I could sit down and have a cup of coffee with and just talk about the world, the universe, things that matter. There's so much. I don't know if it's that because I transferred to the school that I'm going to now, and I changed my major, and so a lot of the classes that I'm taking are actually beginning classes for that major, and because of that, a lot of the classes that I'm in actually have freshmen in them, and maybe it's just that they're younger than me, or maybe it's just that they're young in general, but for the most part, it is so hard to have a conversation with people who are younger than me or the same age as me. And it's not that I feel like I'm, smarter than them or anything than them, better than them or anything like that. But the interest is just different. We're on different stages, I think. And I think that if you are part of this community, I think that you probably have felt the same way before, where the way your direction is just completely opposite from the people around you. And it's a special kind of person who has the same interests as you. And we're so far removed from each other that it's difficult to connect. YouTube is really great in this way. It gives me an opportunity to really find people who are interested in the same things I'm interested in, who are into probing and asking questions. But this is just the very beginning of this channel, and as much as I love to make videos, it's limited in the ways of like the physicality of actually meeting with someone and looking at them in their eyes and having a conversation, one-on-one together. It's different from that, and I think I need to start to find, I don't know how to word that sentence. I need to begin searching for these people in IRL, in real life, because if I can at least create a social life that is in alignment with who I am and where I'm going spiritually, then I think that can alleviate some of the issues that I have with work and with school, and give me some time, some breathing room while I try to scramble and fit, the career aspect of my life and the school aspect of my life, and build those in a way that also align with who I am and where I'm going spiritually. I was just listening to the interview by Joanna DeVoe with Kelly Maddox, and listening to Kelly talk so passionately about her business, where she is and where she grew from YouTube and from her website, and where she is now. It's so inspiring, and in a lot of ways I'm kind of jealous. It's so cool, and I'm so proud of her. If you can be proud of someone that you don't even really know and haven't even had a hand in helping them get to where they are. But I'm so proud of where she is now. If you watch her videos from the beginning to now, she's come so far. And I would love to be in that situation. I'm sure that a lot of you would love to be in that situation where the majority of your money is coming from something that you really care about, that, like I said, aligns your mind with your body, with your soul. I think that's probably our ultimate goal in this life, is just to make sure that all aspects of ourselves is like that 3-card spread of body, mind, and soul, finding a way to bridge them together. So that way you have all of your energy, not just these disparate forms of your energy, shooting into the same direction, all for the same purpose. And I think that's exactly what Kellyanne is doing. And, like I said, I just want to be able to do the same thing. And I'm still so young, and so it's probably silly for me to, freak out about this. But in a lot of ways, I was talking to someone the other day, and it's like, because when you're younger, and this probably follows you throughout all of your life, but when you're younger, when you're 8, and you think about when you're 20 seems so old. It seems like you should have already published 5 of your books. Your screenplay should have already been made into a movie. You should already be on the cover of at least 10 magazines. And oh my gosh, where's my Pulitzer Prize already? Right? It seems like that. But 20, and I'm actually 21. I'm be turning 22 in December. Dreading that. But it's actually really, really young. I'm still in school. I still have so much, but there's always this risk of falling behind. And so maybe right now is not the right time to have a career in this, whatever this is. But it's certainly time, I think, for me to start making steps towards that if it's something that I really, really want. And so, yeah, I just need to see if I can find time to learn the things that I need to learn, to do the things that I need to do in order to achieve that. This means, picking up a book. This means journaling, like I said, maybe doing some shadow work, maybe exploring possible groups out there within my area that are going to help guide me in that direction. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like I had to make this video to kind of cement this feeling and maybe give me kind of inspiration to actually start doing this, because if it's online and you guys can watch it, then you guys have to hold me accountable if I don't do anything about it. So if a year from now I don't have a job and I'm living in a box and eating the top ramen, not even the top ramen that I bought, but that I found in a trash can somewhere, you guys can hold me accountable for it, I promise. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to this video. Sorry it's rambly and a little bit whiny. I try really hard not to whine, but it's difficult sometimes. But hopefully I can make some changes and stop doing that. Okay, bye guys, thank you.